Americans are living in hotels. You know, getting an apartment and buying a house has become so inconvenient nowadays that Americans say, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna live in the freaking local hotel over here.
Hotel room with my wife and 2 cats. Come check it out. You know, got our little dish center over here. We got our oven that I got us. We've got this little center right here with our mini fridge, our dry storage, canned goods, all that stuff. Back over here to the left by the front door, we've got the bathroom, all our hygiene supplies. You know, we kind of made it our own with our own little shelves. Got shelves up in the shower.
So I have been living in hotels for the last 3 months, and honestly, do I like it? Yes. Does it work for me? Absolutely. And is it cheaper than the rent I used to pay with a full year lease in Michigan? Yes. Let me show you my place. First of all, I have this spectacular balcony. Now, other than that, I have a mini fridge that I can have all my things. I have AC, a full-size bed with lamps and a phone, a room service, a desk and chair set up for my work, as well as a TV. And somebody was already signed into the Netflix on the TV, by the way, so no Netflix bill. I also have this full-size closet that has different things and a decent amount of space. I have my stuff here. And then a super cute bathroom. I also get maid service cleaning every day. A rooftop pool. Be so for real. In total, this cost me $900 monthly, so it's $30 a day. I pay every week, and I'm actually moving to another hotel that's like this, but even better at the end of the week, so stay tuned to see where else I go.
Welcome to the renewal. Please be sure to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel.
Many people are choosing to stay in hotels or extended stays due to housing no longer being affordable. Some for temporary displacement after dealing with an eviction or crisis. Others say it's just cheaper to live in hotels because it comes with free breakfast, amenities, and perks that apartments just don't offer. I say do what you have to do to keep a roof over your head. With times being so hard nowadays, it's hard for the homeless to get into shelters. Renting an extended stay can get costly while also trying to save money. But for some, that's their best option in a market where affordable housing is scarce and rental costs are high.
Living in a hotel, a motel, Holiday Inn. If you have been going through your journey and living in that hotel for over 30 days, you need to take your ass up to that front desk and you need to tell them, ask them rather, to take the taxes off your room. After 30 days, you become exempt technically, but they are not going to take those taxes off unless you ask, because technically you live at the property now. You don't need to be, yeah, that's a different story. You didn't hear that from me though. You know what I'm saying? If it has been well over 30 days, 9 times out of 10, you have a credit on your reservation. But it's going to take somebody with common sense to sit down any day after the 30 days that they taking your taxes off, and the credit literally should pop up by itself. So you might got some free days, might be a 3-fold, might be a week, depending on how long you've been there. But I know I just helped somebody. You welcome.
As y'all can see, today is a school day. Yay, it's Friday. Kids are very excited. And I keep seeing so many comments asking me, who's the 4th person of the household? So in this video, I will reveal the 4th person. Yay! But as of right now, I am making homemade worksheets for our little boy, Jameer. Yes, he does do homeschooling also. But after I got done getting the kids together with their schoolwork, I ended up getting up and doing our daily cleaning. And for everybody that's inside the comments that's saying, oh, clean up. Oh, you didn't get up underneath the beds. If you watch all of my videos, I clean up every goddamn day. Every day we clean up. Ain't nothing dirty about us. But there was a lot of good comments, and I am so thankful for everybody.
Yes, I pay $300 to $400 a week to do hotel living, and here's why. Well, first things first, I did not need thousands of dollars to move into the hotel. I didn't have to go through any background checks. I didn't have to do a credit check. I did not have to pay a filing fee. I didn't have to pay first and last month's rent. And another one of the biggest things, I did not have to prove 3 times the amount of the rent to move into the hotel. And also, I'm not locked into any type of lease. Now, that's just a start. Also, let's talk about utilities. I did not have to go out and get my own utilities turned on. The power, the water, the cable, the trash. It all came with my one total amount that I paid to stay here at the hotel, which currently is $307 a week. Now, those prices are subject to change, also per state, per location. Even for me, once I do my reservation, I do it for 6 months at a time, which locks me into that rate. However, when I go to switch my reservation, my price may go up, but sometimes it does go down. It all just depends on what the cost of hotels are at the time that you're doing your reservation. And no, hotel living is not for everyone. It's not the most glamorous lifestyle. However, it will keep you off the street, out from under a bridge, and it'll keep a roof over your head, and it's all about how you make it. But y'all be sure to like, share, and follow. I do a lot on hotel living. I take y'all inside of the room, and I go live. Y'all like, share, and follow. I'll be back with more.
It's clown suit.
It's clown suit.
Honestly, somebody left a comment on my video today saying, why doesn't your child's father help y'all? Did he pass away? Now, y'all, am I the only one who think that comment kind of OD? I know I joke around all day, but some of the comments that get left, I be like, y'all never heard that saying? Don't ask me about nobody you don't see me with. We gotta read the room, okay? Read the room. I ain't gonna lie. This is why I don't be reading comments sometimes. Because, baby, I do not need to get triggered, okay? The energy over here gets protected at all costs. I'm trying to tell y'all. And honestly, if you just tune in, the questions will get answered. Just vibe, twin. We gotta remember, I am in the process of healing while telling my story. Anywho, why did my phone die last night? We didn't wake up till about 8:30 this morning. But late at night, baby, you going to school. But yeah, after I dropped Brie off, I came back, let my son out, went ahead, took the trash out, which is a daily thing, baby. This trash gets filled every 2 hours. After that, I did a little bit of straightening.
Ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening, man.
What does that mean? A little bit of straightening. What does that mean?
Can anybody spot the missing braid?
Do a backflip.
Hey, did you know that you can move into the hotel for just $1,000? Well, $1,020 plus $100 deposit, and with the valid ID, and it's cheaper to live in a hotel than an actual like apartment or house, because like here, this hotel or any hotel, you don't pay electric bill, no water bill, no gas bill. You don't have to pay for lawn service. You get housekeeping every day if you want it. You have access to a pool. There's a lot of benefits to living long-term in a hotel. Here it comes out to $12,000 a year.
Look at these walls. Look, you see this? This is a hotel. It's not even that big. We live in a hotel. We just got fresh linen. Do you get that in an apartment? No, you don't. We save money too by living here longer. Okay? And we can leave whenever we want. This is a hotel. Look at this. This is not an apartment. We live in a hotel. That's crazy. That's like crazy. I like it. I never thought that I would want to live in a hotel, but I do, and I like it. Look at these walls. You see these walls? Hotel. You see this? Would you live in a hotel? I'm living in a hotel or an apartment because I don't have to pay nothing. I don't have to pay utilities. They give me fresh linen, god damn it. I don't get that. I don't have to worry about nothing. Apartments, you gotta worry about all this stuff.
Good morning, beautiful people. So it's early in the morning, so early it's still dark outside, okay? But I'm going to use this comment because this is exactly it. I knew I was going to find the right people. Living in a hotel during the pandemic taught me so much about life. And I remember, as I mentioned in the first video that this comment is connected to, I mentioned how there was a select few of people, a very small select group of people who not only encouraged me to live in a hotel, but they fully understood the strategy, understood the sense behind it. And the people who got it were the wealthy, high-earning individuals, the people who understood what it meant to live your life to its fullest and not entrapped in some idea of what people think, healthy living, successful living is. And I am so glad that my children and I had a chance to live in a hotel for 2 years, because while we were there, by the way, now this is a little, I don't know if it's still in effect today, okay? I don't know if it's still in effect today, but at the time, I was partnered with this hotel brand, right? So I had a partnership with them that allowed me to generate points every time I stayed in one of their hotels. Well, about between 6 and 8 months of us living in the hotel, paying $4,000 every month, I did not know that I had accumulated all of these points. I will say this, not only was our Wi-Fi, utilities, breakfast, transportation, fresh linen, fresh towels, cleaning service, concierge service, a built-in assistant, conference rooms, and all these things available to us lumped into this price. But we also benefited by generating points that allowed you to have free nights, free stays, free travel points, all of these things. So guess what? Without me even realizing it, because we didn't plan on living in a hotel, we ended up staying at the hotel because the pandemic hit. And when it hit, we were in the process of either moving to a whole another state, it's a whole story. But either way, even though it wasn't our initial plan, we ended up staying because it just made sense. In us staying, we generated all of these points that allowed us to transfer those into things that benefited us. One of the things I will say that it benefited us in was it gave me, I want to say in 1 year, I was able to generate enough points that gave me 2 months free living in the hotel. I don't know any place you can live with all of those perks and then also get 2 months free out of those points, because obviously you could use your points for whatever you choose. So when people say I would never, unfortunately they end up being stuck in a bubble, in a realm that doesn't allow them to see outside of that realm. And so I again just really appreciate this comment, because I'm telling you, hotels offer so many more benefits than most places, okay? There was a guy, I have to find his video, which was a long time ago, but there was a guy who actually did a study on this, where he went to Mexico, I believe, and he decided to live 29 days in a hotel just to see what that would be. I think it was a full month. I'm saying 29 days, but I think it might have been a full month. Either way, his whole point of doing it was to see, well, is it really worth it? And yes, you do pay a premium, but you're also getting premium in return. So the $4,000 a month, it's like, in my opinion, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer because it's like, if you won't pay that money anyway, you're going to pay for your utilities anyway. You're going to pay for your Wi-Fi anyway. You're going to pay for your gym membership anyway, right? Like, you're going to pay for these things anyway. To lump it all in, I don't know. It just made a lot of sense. And when that guy did his, 30-day study on if it was worth it, he basically came out of it saying not only was it worth it, it ended up being cheaper to live in a hotel than to live on his own, taking on all these individual expenses that he would normally pay for himself. So again, just a little food for thought.
Week number 2 of living in a hotel. The hotel part isn't stressful. It's the money part, and it's the stress that it's putting on our situation. There's so much I could talk about. Honestly, guys, it would take me all day. But just, we're hanging in there. I'm happy that my kids have somewhere to sleep, and they're warm and they're well, especially because, y'all, it's literally fucking like -9 degrees outside, and it's just insane right now. Our biggest hoop to jump through this week has literally been laundry. Laundry has been crazy. Our kids, I don't know, they keep peeing outside of the bed, and they keep pooping all over. Our 1-year-old keeps taking his diaper off just to shit on the ground. I mean, like, it's...
I'm doing something a little different today because we've been out Ubering all day. This is what it looks like as a mother of 5, family 7. Been in this low budget hotel for over 590 days. And now we're trying to get out. We just created a GoFundMe. GoFundMe has reached $1,000 in one day. So thank you guys. Thank you for everybody who's supporting me and everything that we're doing. Hopefully my children will remember the word of the day is righteousness. Do y'all remember what it is? Proverbs 21:21.
He that followeth righteousness and wisdom.
Nope. He that followeth after righteousness and mercy findeth life, righteousness, and honor. Yeah, so that's the word of the day. I'm a little too tired to correct them on it, but anyway, it's Proverbs 21:21, and that's righteousness followeth after life and mercy, and or he that followeth after righteousness and mercy findeth life, righteousness, and honor. So that's what I'm following after. I'm following after righteousness and mercy, and so that I can find life, righteousness, and honor.
Hey y'all, today I'm going to show y'all what it looks like to live inside of an extended stay hotel for over a year. As we make entry into our room, you will see that it is a compact space. The kitchen is equipped with a microwave, a cooktop stove, all of our healthy snacks. There is a white full-size refrigerator filled with all of our goodies. Now this hotel doesn't offer complimentary breakfast. It does have coffee. Housekeeping comes every other week on a Tuesday. This is the bathroom. It's filled with all of our essentials. And another thing that I like to note too is that the hotel charges extra for linen and towels. So we brought our own sheets and blankets and towels, you know, too, to make it feel a little bit more homey. We have 2 queen-size beds with storage underneath. We have a floating nightstand that the kids use to store their Chromebooks and their books for independent reading. Again, there's more storage under the bed. This is like an open closet, cubby style. We have a flat screen TV that works occasionally. We have state-of-the-art wall art. There's a desk that we use as a dining table, a place to prepare food. Also, the kids use it for homework space. And this is just an overall view of just what the room looked like. I like to keep the room on cold. And this is just me backing up to the window so you can get a feel of the space. Hi, Aiden. Don't be shy.
I don't give a fuck if I complain a lot. This is literally my platform. With that being said, I literally don't want to be here. Life is not fun. I'm not having fun at all. And I decided to lay down like a fucking hot and ready Little Caesars pizza and have 2 fucking kids. So I literally can't do nothing to myself. I have kids. With that being said, housing is the most depressing thing to deal with as a young adult. And if one more of my white friends that I grew up with ask me why my parents can't co-sign, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. We live 2 different lives. My parents cannot co-sign on a loan for a penny. With that being said, all the affordable apartments are fucking waitlisted and all the unaffordable apartments are move-in ready. Of course, y'all have 147 units ready because y'all are $1,800 for a 2 fucking bedroom. Nobody's moving into that shit, dude. So I drove all the way to fucking Villa Rica because I'm willing to humble myself to go as far as I can to get a cheap apartment. And to my knowledge, even though 2 people I know just fucking moved in, to my fucking knowledge, it's a wait list of 300 fucking people on it. You want to know why it's a wait list of 300 people on it? Because these are 2 bedrooms, updated appliances, utilities included for $900 fucking dollars. Nobody's moving out. Then the leasing agent was like, lease renewals are coming up for all the people that moved in last year in November. Somebody might move out and there's still 300 people in front of me. You gonna skip all 300 people and come to my fucking application? Fuck it. No, I hate being discouraged. No, I don't even want the fucking application. And then I go tour these new apartments in Lithia Springs and they're $1,800 plus $100 for the utility package. So $1,900. That's not including rent. It's not including electricity. That's not including school's tuition. That's not including my car note. And my car note, my car insurance by itself is $1,000. I know I saw my life. I signed the worst. I signed death row on that. I know that. You don't have to tell me. I know that. And it don't matter how much money I make. It don't matter how many nights I'm in the strip club. It don't matter if I pick up a part-time, second time. It don't fucking matter. It never feels like enough money.
I seen a post on here about a lady who paying $1,200 to live in a hotel. She paid $307 a week. And that's really not a bad deal. Let's think about it. $1,200 a month, no utilities, and you get amenities like a pool, a gym, all that good stuff. All for $1,200 a month? Man, that's a deal. I don't care what y'all say. And some hotels that you receive mail to, I'm not one to judge nobody's living situation. So if you could secure a roof over your head for only $200 a month, that's always going to be a good thing.
Mississippi last week. In case you missed it, we live in a hotel full time and we just experienced something we've never experienced before. I don't know if this is a Tennessee thing or if it happens everywhere, but they wouldn't allow us to stay more than 28 days in the same room. Apparently, over 28 days, you can claim residency. And we've definitely stayed in a couple of hotels for more than 28 days. So does that make us a Tennessee resident? If so, we're keeping our state income tax this year. Adam has had a hotel room in his name in Georgia since October of last year. So I'm not sure. Maybe we're a resident of Georgia, Tennessee, Mississippi. I'm not really sure at this point. But since he moved all of our stuff while we were in Mississippi last week, we had a lot of shopping to get done today. We ended up throwing away almost all of our groceries, so we had no food when we woke up this morning. We're starting with a clean slate, but I do have a full kitchen still, so that means I've got to restock on all of the essentials. But y'all already know if I go into Target, I have to do a little browsing, and they have Circle Week this week, and there were some really good deals that I just could not pass up. Aldi's was pretty busy today, so I quickly tried to grab everything that we needed and made our way to the super long checkout line. And the sweetest people were in line and let us cut because they felt so sorry for our chaos. And I'm telling you, I just can't make this stuff up. As soon as we were loading the groceries onto the conveyor belt, Riley threw a jar of pickles and it shattered everywhere. So we held all of them up, waiting for it to be clean. I know they regretted being nice to me. And if you've made it this far in the video, leave me a pink heart in the comments.
And that man is not doing anything. And there's the other difference when a man is struggling and is doing everything to change the situation. In my case, my man is the one that is working so hard to change the situation. I'm the type of woman that do not bounce so easily or just pack up and leave. But yeah, I know love does not cover bills, but bills are covered. Bills are still covered. Trust me, this room is not for free and we do not have no government system. What happened to the for better and for worse, for richer, for poor?
in sickness and health. If you women don't believe in those words, I do believe it, and I believe I shouldn't be judged because of it, because I chose to be with my partner during bad times as well. We had good times going through bad times, and we will definitely get through this.
I don't want to offend anyone, and if I do, I apologize. But I have to post this. Places like this becomes the last stop. When most people can't qualify for an apartment, they move here. Check out the price. That's weekly. After this stop, most people resort to moving into their vehicles. And no one ain't talking about it. No one ain't talking about it. This is very sad because people are going through this daily. And no one ain't talking about it. When you come here and you can't handle this, then it's the next step.
I don't know where this whole staying in an extended stay hotel thing is cheaper than living in an apartment BS is coming from, but that's definitely not true. Now, I live in a major city, so maybe shit is a little different, but you gonna pay $500 a week living in an extended stay hotel, and I mean one of them better ones that don't make you feel like a creep. Y'all might be talking about the motel, them nasty ass wood panel wall motels with the roaches. Maybe I seen y'all saying $50 a week. Where, bitch? Where? I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, and that's definitely not the case. Shit. I was really paying $400 a week. I do not miss that shit. And for those of y'all making a mockery out of it, like trying to turn it into like a content wave, like you're Meet the Jenkins or something, the Jenkins family, you know, that type of content, that type of woe is me, feel bad for poor little me type of content. Y'all not left with much. Like what are we talking about here? Like, no, you go to extended stay hotel when you really have when I say nowhere to go, you have nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Maybe for safety reasons, I don't know. Maybe you got evicted. Maybe you didn't find a new apartment in time. Maybe you fell out with your roommate or something, or maybe you're trying to leave a lover or something. That's what you do in extended. Or you got mold in your crib. Your landlord then went up on the stipulations and you ain't got nowhere to go. This ain't nothing to be like making light of. And then to reach like that and act like it's cheaper than an apartment because you think you too good to get an apartment in the hood. And from what I could say about the hoods in Charlotte, shit not that bad. It's not like back in 2013 when niggas was robbing shit and kicking doors in. Like, it's old people. And the youngins, they on TikTok. The YNs is on TikTok. They're not really, like, it ain't really too much going on. Baby, you can get you something in Archdale Flats.
Did y'all see that new study showing thousands of families in Metro Atlanta can live in extended stay hotels, working, paying over 70% of their income just to stay there with no way out because of low credit, past evictions? Credit is literally part of this problem. These families are trapped in a housing spiral where even though they working, their financial foundation isn't strong enough to secure real stability.
It's crazy how I'm a single mom of 6 and I'm making it happen living out of a luxury hotel. Yep, I have to do what I have to do, and that's just what's going to be done. Well, all of my kids and just juggling school, high school, elementary, like, come on now, this is really crazy, but I make it happen because one thing about me is I'm really resilient with what I do. I have goals, I have dreams. My kids have goals and dreams as well, and I have to be my kids' advocate. Right now, I'm at a luxury hotel, living out of it, paying about $500 every 3 days just to stay in a nice environment for me and my children. Don't ask me how I get it. Sometimes I don't even know how I get get it. I just get it done. The most craziest things happen to me during the day. Miracles, signs, and wonders, and just all of my manifestations put together. And a lot of attracting and manifestations. I'm real big on that because one thing about me is I will imagine until it appears. Hello. So just for someone looking at this, never give up because you won't be in this forever.
There are more people living in hotels and motels than there are apartments, and that's why hotels and motels do monthly deals, because at the end of the day, it's still cheaper than living in a goddamn apartment.
If you are living in a hotel and you've been living there for more than 30 days, did you know that you can get the taxes removed from your account? Because after 30 days, you are exempt from the taxes on your account. Now, the people at the hotel are not going to provide you with that information. You have to go to the front desk and let them know, hey, I've been here for more than 30 days and my taxes need to be removed from my account. What happens is once they remove those taxes from your account, for example, let's say that you stayed in a hotel for the last 8 months, right? For the last 7 months, you've been paying taxes on that room. When they remove it, your account should automatically show a credit in your account, which should give you some free days. Now, it's all determined by how long you've been at the hotel, how much taxes you've been paying. But from what I know about the system, it should automatically correct it and automatically give you that credit. If you find out this information and you live in a hotel, come back to this video and let us know in the comments if that worked out for you. Come to this video and let me know if you are aware of the information that I'm providing. Listen, one hand wash the other. I love y'all and I love y'all on purpose, and ain't shit you could do about it. Bye, y'all.
Okay, I'm just going to use your comment to like further discuss the situation because I want the videos to be linked. But if you are staying in an extended stay hotel and you are staying with multiple children, not one, not two, but I saw a woman and her 6 kids staying in a hotel room, right? Do not make a video about that. Because while CPS won't step in, right? They won't necessarily take your kids or open a case because you're staying in an extended stay hotel, right? It will raise red flags for them, right? Are you trying to find a new home for your kids? Once they hit a certain age, your children need to have their own beds in their own rooms. But the biggest issue with this is that there are occupancy rules for hotel rooms. So you can't keep all of them in one singular room. Why are you snitching on yourself? And this is what I mean when I say that every time you find a finesse to something, you do not have to post it on social media. Take it down.
Stop paying rent. Go and live in a hotel. Living in a hotel is better than paying rent. You see, some of you are used to the conventional way of thinking. So when you hear things like this, it gets the way they do you for your body. But listen to me carefully. Go and live in a hotel and stop paying rent. And I will explain to you. If you are living in a hotel, there are things that automatically you do not pay for. If you are living in a hotel, 1, you are not paying for electricity. 2, you are not paying for air conditioning that you are using. Okay. 3, you are not paying for the gym facility that you are using. Okay. Number 4, you are not paying for the food that you are being served. Okay. Somebody will say that, but if you are living in a rental apartment, won't you cook? You will cook. But I also ask you that the cooking you will do, is it not money you will use for that cooking? It is money you are going to use for that cooking. So go and live in a hotel. Okay, here in Ghana, there are hotel prices, 300 cedis, 400 cedis, up to 1,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, for me, I live in a hotel, but I'm only disguising in this one room. Just because Ghana is a very beautiful country, viewing from the top, but at the down, the people are very, very bad people. Did you see what happened to RNAQ after he celebrated his very lavish birthday? So I can only disguise. Go and live in a hotel and stop paying rent. Now, you are living in a hotel, you are driving your car, you are coming from town, you have somebody to open the gate for you, you drive through very beautifully. Now, what of toiletries that you use? The hotel will provide it because you've paid. And making the calculation, make the calculation, okay, 400 cedis multiplied by a whole month, 30 days, okay, 3 for 12, okay, that is 12,000 Ghana cedis per month, okay, that is 12 Ghana cedis per month. If I show you how much I am spending, okay, or if I tell you how much my friends are spending whilst living in a rent, it's more than 12,000 Ghana cedis a month. It is more than 12,000 Ghana cedis a month because you will cook, you will buy electricity bill, you are using AC, you are using fridge, furniture, everything, you will buy it. So assuming you are a young boy starting life, don't go and rent an apartment. Never go and rent an apartment. Go and live in a hotel. Furniture is free, television is free, fridge is free, air conditioning is free, water is free, electricity is free, everything is free, swimming pool is free. gym is free. You see, some of you will come to the comment section and argue with me because you do not have financial ambience. I am a financial coach. I know what I am talking about. Stop paying rent.
I've lived in a Hilton hotel for 9 months of my life. These are the pros and cons of what it's like living in a hotel for this long. I know it's not normal to live in a hotel for 9 months. I came to Kuala Lumpur for work for 2 weeks and I ended up staying for 9 months. At first, it was a dream. I had all my washing done, I had my bedding made every day, my towels were cleaned, and the food was always there and quickly available. The buffet in most Hilton or Doubletree hotels is amazing. I used to get up early just to go for breakfast, and I'm not a big breakfast person. I usually don't eat breakfast. Because I was there for 9 months, I did stack a lot of points, and with those points I got to a diamond membership, which meant I could use the lounge. I had free alcoholic drinks and food certain times of the day, an amazing view, and a good place to sit and do some extra work after my main job. Some of the downsides of living in a hotel for 9 months: you get sick of the smell of the body wash. And that sounds crazy, but they don't replace or change the smells often. It's the same smell in every single Hilton you go to, and don't get me wrong, for the first 3 months I loved it. I was considering bottling this up and taking it home, but after 5, 6, 7 months, you get so sick of the same smells. There is usually no kitchen, so I was having takeaway food every single day, 3 times a day. It's not that you feel unhealthy, but you do get to a point where you wish you had a home-cooked meal to your taste. I exhausted all the restaurants in the area, especially the healthy restaurants. As the rooms aren't huge and you're not home, you do go through your clothing items very quickly. Pricing of the washing in the Hilton Hotel is extortionate, so I found myself buying extra clothes because it was cheaper. Because you're there for so long, the Hilton does need to let out certain rooms due to other request, so they do ask you to move rooms from time to time. You do get 5th night free, so if you do travel and you book 4 nights, the 5th night is automatically free, which in some places can really stack up, so that's a really great bonus. You can take a guest into the lounge for drinks. It's all completely free. There's lots of nice cocktails and options. You get really friendly with the people in the hotel. I mean, you see them every single day, so occasionally they would put nice things, nice treats in my room, or I would get extra little bonuses that most people wouldn't because I was getting friendly with the people that work there. There's a lot of great people that work in these hotels. As I was there for so long, I stacked up a lot of points. Had an amazing holiday in the Maldives. We stayed in this beautiful overwater lodge and it didn't cost me anything. I used all of my points that I accrued over the 9 months. This stay would have cost 15,000 USD for 5 nights, but because of the 5th night 3 benefit, the fact that I had all these points, plus being a diamond member, I got a lot of food and drinks for free. So it was a really cheap holiday for the quality. So what do you think? Do you think you could stay in a hotel for 9 months?
Right now, with thousands of families across the nation forced to live in a hotel. People that have never had to live in a hotel would never understand the constant anxiety you feel knowing you are one missed payment away from all of your belongings being on the street. It's especially hard if you have kids. Living in a hotel is far from a glamorous vacation. It's making all your meals in a microwave or hoping you can find a place that has a mini kitchen, stuffing your groceries in a mini fridge, going from a house or apartment with a living room and a separate bedroom to 4 walls. Embarrassed of telling people where you live, all while not being able to save for an being embarrassed of telling people where you live, all while not being able to save for an actual apartment because all of your money goes towards paying that high-ass hotel rate. You feel so unstable knowing the roof over your head is rented by the day and the clock is ticking. It takes a lot of strength and resilience to make something out of nothing. I've been homeless twice in my life and had to live in an extended stay. That opened my eyes as to how many people are living in hotels. Everybody in the building was living there. I was neighbors with pregnant women, with whole families, like 7 people in a hotel room. And we all had a similar goal, ending our homelessness. I'm telling you, you don't know how strong you are until being strong is the only option you have left. I am manifesting a safe and affordable home for every homeless and houseless person that stumbles across this video. You can do it.
So this is gonna be part 3, I think, of the backstory of us living in a hotel for 4 months. So it was hard, guys. So we were literally paying about $2,200 a month. So it would average out a little bit over $600 a week. And the money was being made, don't get me wrong, the money was getting made, but the hotel was literally taking everything that, you know, we was working for. And the space was small. We only had like 2 burners to cook. So I wore my kids out with pizza and like McDonald's and stuff like that, because I was only able to cook the same things. I wasn't really able to cook a whole lot of healthy meals because we didn't have an oven. And we couldn't really afford to just go get an air fryer or anything like that, because literally all the money that was being made was going to the hotel. Like, it was no other option but to pay the hotel, because we didn't have anywhere else to go. Now, mind you, I do have other family here, but you have to understand, like, there's a family of 5. So I'm not just about to go, like, bombard my family or anybody else with all of us. Like, it just didn't work. That's the whole reason we're in a hotel. Like, it just didn't work, and I wasn't about to do that. I was more at peace with just being by myself. My kids were very happy where we were. So I felt like, you know, I made the best decision that I knew how to as a parent. But it was very come and go, because you have to understand, whenever she wanted to. And when this program came around, I was like one of the first people on this program, and it took them 4 months literally to find me housing. So in the midst of them finding me housing, the lady got fired, or she moved, or something like that. Something happened with
I'm just sitting here watching this lady that lives in a hotel room with 6 children beg for help every day. You know, I tell y'all, a closed mouth do not get fed. But you got folks that's so damn heartless. Keep worrying about what her baby daddy is. Once again, by her answering that question, where her baby daddy is, how the hell is that going to help her? So if you know her baby daddy, maybe he's on drugs. Maybe he's in jail. Maybe he just a deadbeat and don't give a fuck. Shit happens, y'all. Y'all act like it's the mama fault for sticking around and not giving up on these children. Y'all keep saying close your legs. The motherfucking children are here. Her legs could be tight as fuck right now. But them children still sitting over there. They not going back up in there. So you telling somebody that's struggling right now, that's going through it, homeless, to close their legs. And then what? What them 6 children right there gonna do while her legs is still sitting there closed? What they gonna do while y'all go find the baby daddy? What y'all gonna say when y'all find them? You gonna make them get their children or pay for them? When I tell y'all, I don't tell y'all everything that go on in my life. I shelter my children and my situations a lot, okay? But I told mine, you can go live with your daddy. I drive you there. Guess what? They still with me. And that's all you need to know. They still with me. So stop telling folks in the time of need, go find the baby daddy. Because finding the motherfucker clearly ain't doing the job. And child support is only paid when the motherfucker pay it. He could pay $5. I know y'all see Peaches out there paying $8 to Woods goddamn child support. That lady won't get nothing until it's paid. $8, she probably gets $6 or $5. I have got a $4 check before. So yes, you just have to be careful who you have children by. I mean, it is what it is. Once they hear, then what? You want us to give up on our children? Folks are not giving up on their children. They're going to fight with their children and fight for their children. So all my mamas that's in the hotels right now, baby, y'all got to hold on and stay strong. Get on here and build your content. Build your own community. This lady just want a bus ticket so she can get to the shelter. I asked the lady what she had. I'm waiting on her to respond, y'all, because I don't know. But I don't know how much a bus ticket gonna cost for her and her 6 children. Instead of watching her, criticizing her, y'all each send her $1 if you can, or help buy the bus ticket. She's saying they about to get put out the room because they cannot afford it anymore, and they trying to get to somewhere so they can get in the shelter before they're not accepted anymore. Everyone know that around this time of year, them shelters be packed, baby. You'll be lucky to get in with more than one child. But what I need my pookies to do, I need for all of y'all to touch and agree, and let's pray for this mother. And anyway,
how do you keep the maids and stuff out of your room when you go out? Well, that particular extended stay I was at, I'm no longer staying there anymore. But they didn't have house cleaning services, so you didn't really have to worry about that. I didn't anyway. I had to bring my own linen, towels, blanket, cleaning supplies, everything. But I was doing a little research on them, and some of them you can opt out of the house cleaning services if you don't want them in your room. I think you get a little discount on it. So yeah, just look around in your area and just see if there's something that you plan on doing. But I didn't have to worry about
Spend Friday morning with me as a stay-at-home mom who lives in a hotel full-time. With 3 kids asleep that I refuse to wake up, there's only so many places I can go. I'm going to be real honest though, it is very hard not to sleep in every single day of the week because we're in a place where we don't know anyone and we have 0 agendas. But to save my sanity, I have to wake up a little bit before the girls because if not, I get 0 alone time. Y'all have told me how nasty coffee makers are in the hotel room, so I don't use them, but I do have to drink a hot tea every morning, so I do put some water in a cup and then heat it up in the microwave. This is for the 30-day cleanse that I started about 3 weeks ago. Sipping on this tea might be the best part of my day though. Forces me to actually sit down and enjoy the quiet time instead of going on the back porch and cleaning up that mess that I just saw. Kids really do amaze me sometimes. There are bath towels on our back porch. Someone tell me why. I also take advantage of this time to read my Bible and my devotional. My ADD brain cannot do this when anyone else is around because I will hear everything else except what I'm actually reading. Anyone else's husband get up for a midnight snack, but not like a little Debbie cake. This man apparently was eating butter beans at midnight last night. Happened to find the remnants of it and that needed to go in the dishwasher. One thing about living in a hotel, if you let anything get behind, dishes, clothes, or just your everyday mess, walls will start caving in on you so quickly and I will become claustrophobic. So every evening I have to start off with a clean slate so the next day goes smoothly.
Even though I got kicked out of my house with 30 days to leave, when I tell you I've been enjoying this little stay in this hotel, been in the street so much that it has not been no time for me to think about my situation, sit down and be depressed and sad. And the best part about it is my whole family is back together. The babies are way more happy now that they're back with their dad. And I am happy because I get to see my man every day now. It was a chill day. I did a little bit of work. We packed up to go to the next hotel. I'll see y'all on my next one. Deuces. Mwah.
Even though I've been living in a hotel for like 4 months now, not the best experience, like not as good as you would expect. So I just thought I'd share some things that I've learned and some experiences I've had while living in a hotel. Multiple hotels, I switch. But for one, something I recently experienced and learned was that the lock thing that you like use, that you put your card against, the battery will die and they have to change it and you get locked out of your room, which is really annoying. And then you have to wait and they have to come change it. The engineer has to come change out all the batteries, test the batteries, do all the stuff before you can get into your room. So if it flashes red, sometimes that's what it means, which is really dumb. Like that should already be fixed. Number 2, which I've also talked about in my TikToks, is people will come into your room. The system, not good. All hotel systems, flawed. Like their little computer thing, not good. Yeah, I've had at least 3 people now in different hotels get a key, get the correct room number, like the front desk gives it to them, says this is your room, here's your key. They come up, I'm already in the room. They double book or something. Another thing is maids and housekeeping will just come in your room. They do not knock anymore. If they do, it's like boop, and then they open it immediately. Like you have to have that thing on your door at all times. Even if you have the privacy, sometimes they'll do it like during the day. And I know people that have been like getting out of the shower, changing, sleeping, everything, and they just come in. So beware. Another thing I've experienced, one of my coworkers, this just happened to actually, they just checked him out of his room in the middle of the day, and they took out all of his stuff, packed up all of his stuff, took it to the front desk and checked him out for no reason. Like something happened. Again, system's flawed. Computer system, not good. For some reason it said his reservation was gonna end Wednesday or something when it was ending Friday, and yeah, instead of like calling him or charging his card for an extra day or whatever, nope, they went in there, touched all of his stuff. Some things are missing, some things got ruined. They packed it all up and took it upon themselves to just take it out of the room and give it to somebody else. It is fun living in a hotel sometimes though too, so maybe I'll make a video about that.
Everybody was definitely a lot more comfortable in this room last night. And I got about 85% of everything picked up and put away. Well, put away the best we could. Now I know it's easy to look around and quickly judge. I mean, refer back to our first viral video when I said if you don't live in this situation, you don't quite understand. And if you think there's not times that I look at my own, there's people that I look up to watching me looking rough as fuck. That's literally the only time I spend on it because I got way too much going on in my own damn life. I mean, you think I actually want my dishes up on the floor? Absolutely not, but it is what it is and we're making it work. Honestly, I find it fucking humorous because I walk around and find things about this place that are way more livable than the apartment we just spent 3 years in. Y'all look around and think this is rough? Try emptying out a tub filled with nasty water for over 1.5 years every time you want to shower yourself or your kids. Or dealing with nothing but a trickle of water to wash dishes. Constantly having to throw away vegetables and fruit because they spoil within a day because the insulation on the place sucked and things just went rotten really quickly. Same reason why we couldn't leave any rag or any kind of clothes wet anywhere within the place or it would start smelling like within a day. I'm not even kidding you. That's just not possible. There she goes lying again. And like I said, I don't really give a frick if you choose to listen to me or not. It's going to be the people who have been through what we've been through who understand, and these are the people that I post for. And honestly, the people that I have met going through the same situation that we're going through have been some of the most genuine and kind people I've ever come across. It got me thinking that everybody gotta hit rock bottom before they actually know how to be genuine, kind people. But anyways, like I said, everybody is a lot more comfortable in this room. We're making it work until we find that permanent housing plan that works just right for our family. Okay, bye-bye now.
He's the one that's been seeing us through and keeping us this entire time. He never left us, nor has he forsaken us. Now, in other news, now that we're in a hotel, it seems like laundry just be piling up fast. That's probably because normally everyone has their own laundry basket. But with such a small space, I can only bring 2. I don't want to clutter up the room with baskets. And baby, they have been filled lean up quick. I'm not complaining, but I'm definitely looking for some other ways to get this done. Now, we